live in reality and come to understand that we have to contribute in one way or the other to the universe, right? So here Shiven is ready to share and create awareness on the World No Tobacco Day. Hello Shiven and welcome to the session. Thank you so much for taking out the time and effort to share your thoughts and views today to create awareness. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for giving me this opportunity. I'm Shiven Gupta of class 9th from St. Joseph Convent School, Pathankot, and my topic today is dangers of tobacco consumption.
Yes, dear, that's really nice. So dangers of tobacco consumption, it could be smoking or smokeless tobacco as well. Let's see how Shiven is trying his best to make us understand, especially those stubborn people who don't want to give up the habit of consuming tobacco in one form or the other. This is for you, my dear friends, to change and transform your lives. If you love your family and if you love yourself too, give up the use of tobacco. Over to you, Shiven, to share the journey with us and create awareness.
Yes, ma'am. So the toxic chemicals in tobacco smoke reach your brain, heart, and other organs. Smoking harms almost every part of our body and increases your risk of many diseases. Smoking also affects how you look and feel, your finances, and the people close to you. When you smoke, harmful chemicals enter your lungs, move into your bloodstream, and spread throughout your body. They can also reach your brain, heart, within 10 seconds of your first puff, and they can also go everywhere your blood flows, causing tremendous damage anywhere they go. So, the nicotine in tobacco is highly addictive. It makes your brain release a chemical called dopamine. Dopamine is a feel good chemical that makes you feel happy. It helps you to concentrate and it also gives you more energy. But this effect doesn't last long. As the nicotine levels in your body fade, your brain craves more dopamine. So, the longer you have been smoking, the more dopamine you need to feel good. So, you become dependent on nicotine to create this feeling. And then your body cannot itself generate this feeling. So, tobacco contains over 100 dangerous chemicals. These chemicals can damage your body in many ways. As we discussed, for example, nicotine. It's not only an addiction, but it also narrows your veins and arteries, which can damage your heart by forcing it to work harder and faster. There is a chemical in tobacco known as carbon monoxide, which deprives your heart of the oxygen. Tar is another sticky substance that coats your lungs like soot in chimney. This damages your lungs and is known to cause lung diseases, which can make it harder to breathe. Also, tobacco contains cancer-causing chemicals, which make your cells grow too fast, which can result in cancer cells. Smoking is known to at least cause 16 types of cancers. If you smoke, you reduce your life expectancy and your quality of life. It also increases your risk of many conditions and diseases as dying prematurely. In fact, a study shows that up to two-thirds of long-term smokers will die of a smoking-related disease. So that is a very grave problem. And they will also have their life cut short about by 10 years on average compared to non-smokers. There is also growing evidence to suggest that smoking has a negative impact on mental health. For example, some studies show that smoking is associated with increased rates of anxiety, panic attacks, depressions, and suicide attempts. It also causes most lung cancers and can cause cancer almost anywhere in the body, not only lungs. It can also cause breathing problems and chronic respiratory disease conditions. It can also cause heart diseases, stroke, and blood circulation problems. It can cause diabetes. It can cause infections because smoking weakens your immune system. So you're more likely to get bacterial and viral infections. It is more likely to cause you also hearing loss and vision loss temporarily. But how it also affects the way you look. For example, it can cause yellow-brown stains on your fingers, tongue, and teeth. It can increase your risk of tooth loss or damaged gums and bad breath. It makes your hair lose its natural shine too. So these are the general bad side effects of consuming tobacco, either in smoking or other methods.
Excellent, excellent. That's really nice, Shivan. You've collected all the points so well, and you shared that, what are the harmful effects it could have on a person consuming it, or maybe smoking, or, using nicotine in one form or the other. And it was quite scary while I was listening to you because, as you were sharing, I could even imagine at the same time I was like trying to recollect what I saw on glossy magazines. Some of the established famous people holding a cigar in their hand or holding a cigarette in their hand, like in the earlier years, not now, earlier years. It was quite cool at that moment, but now I think the government is quite strict, and it's not allowed like to have various kinds of advertisements focusing on the use of cigarettes or nicotine, etc. Now, what I'd like to bring to your notice, why doesn't the government completely ban tobacco? When we know it is so harmful for all of us, Shivan, the smokers and the non-smokers, the passive smokers to say, when we know it is so dangerous to our health, why does the government of India not banning it forever? I want people to answer this. If you can answer it from your end, or what is your thought process on this, you could share that.
Due to complex economic and social factors, the tobacco industry generates substantial revenue for governments through taxes, and its ban could lead to illegal sales and economic disruption, which could really harm the harmony of a country. And if you really care about your family, the adults should not smoke or consume tobacco in any way. In any form, because the government is not at the end of the day really forcing you to consume it. It's just because it is a substantial revenue for them, so they are not banning it.
Yes, Shivan. Thank you for that lovely answer. I know it's a well thought answer. That's really nice. Now, Shivan, I just ask you a very personal question. Imagine you have a group of friends, and one of them or a few of them are consuming tobacco. That is either smoking or consuming some type of smokeless tobacco. And they have invited you. You have politely declined. They are very good friends. You've politely declined. But at the back of your mind, you have one burning question in your head. Should I inform the parents, whose parents, these friends, should I inform their parents and let them know that their children are consuming this dangerous stuff? So what would you do if you were in this position? Like, would you take the initiative of informing their parents? Because parents are the main people who will protect their children in the right way. So do you think without informing your friends, would you inform their parents and let them know that this is what their children are up to and they need help indirectly?
Yeah, it will be my duty to inform their parents, but I will first try to motivate and veer them away from this dangerous substance, and try to make them understand the dangerous effects of it, and see that if they leave tobacco on their own and the matter does not escalate to their parents so quickly, but if they don't understand, the last option I will have is to inform their parents.
Wow, that's really nice. It's always good to inform their parents. Of course, I really admire the way you answered it. You said, first, I will try it on my own. I'll try to motivate them and make them overcome this habit. I didn't expect that answer, but you really gave that. It's really very nice. I'll try it myself as a good friend. And if they don't understand the importance of, what I say, or don't understand the complications of their habit, then I will have to connect with their parents and see that they receive the right kind of help. That's really nice. Thank you very much. Now, Shivan, have you ever been offered anything by your friend circle? The toxic substance that we were discussing now, nicotine.
No, my friend circle is quite decent. Nobody of that kind that can take such a huge step at this age. So no.
That's really nice. You're very lucky to have a good circle of friends, but many boys below your age and above your age, and of course, all the boys equal to your age, boys and girls, they have been trapped in this cycle of consuming cigarettes or smokeless tobacco, either through friends or through the scrupulous people who would like to earn a lot of money by selling these different types of products. That's really nice, and hats off to you and your friend circle. We'd like to thank you today on being a part of change, being a part of creating awareness and making us understand the ill effects that cigarette smoking could cause to our body. As you mentioned about which other organs would be damaged and how the smoke reaches, or whatever reaches in different parts of our body, that will affect us. Thank you so much, Shivan. We look forward to many more interactions with you. You're always I mean, like a blessing to the International Fab Talks. The way you speak, the way you connect your thoughts and share it with others is really, really commendable. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, dear. So, dear friends, you've heard what Shiven has just shared. Please rewatch the video once again. And if you feel it really necessary to pass it on to the right kind of people, do share this video. And if you like what Shiven has shared, comment, like, and subscribe to the International Fab Talks. Be a part of change. If you don't change today, then when will you change? Will you change when you're completely damaged? You've damaged your family, you've damaged your health and everything. It's time to change today. Make the change now. Right? Thank you so much, Shivan. Stay blessed.